Good afternoon and welcome. I'm going to go out and get the truck. I haven't used the truck in, I would say a good month and a half. At least a month and a half. It's stored over a good friend of ours because it's hard to have three vehicles in this yard, especially in the winter time, playing musical cars. And we keep it over there in the summertime too. So I'm going to go get it now. And we got to take the truck out a little bit, and I'd like to be able to put it on the highway and, give it a run, but we're not going to do that today. But we got weather that's going to be well into the 50s today, although cloudy. Hey, what a pretty cat. Hello there. Hello. Oh, I miss having a cat. Well, here is the truck. Let's just see now. No flat tires. Nope, nothing low. And we got water in the bed because of the way the truck is downhill a little bit. Sounds good. There's my camera mount. I've got a bungee cords. You were red at one time. All those napkins. Alright, now we haven't started this up. I would say a good month and a half. It's been sitting all winter. So, let's see. We're still recording. Make sure that I got that door closed or not. Okay. Alright, wait, get my keys here. Alright, turn the radio off, make sure it's off. Starts right up. I'm going to give it about 5-minute warm-up. The simple reason is it hasn't been used in a while. Now this truck here, if you don't warm it up good, it'll buck like hell. So you got to give it a warm-up. Even on a day like this where it's well in the 50s, it's worse than the real cold weather, but you have to really give it a good warm-up. The gas gauge don't work on this. I can fill it in, as a matter of fact, it'll read even lower. So I have to go by the trip gauge, which I have here, and I got 112 miles on it. 22-gallon tank, I believe. So I got plenty of gas, and I'm only going a few miles down the road. Actually, it's probably about 2 miles from where this truck is stored now. A good friend of ours' place here, not too far from our house. So I have to let this run a little bit, otherwise it will buck. And another thing, years ago, shortly after I got the truck, the automatic solenoid that's like motor operated that controls the idle speed never worked. So I got it mechanically fixed so that it's a higher idle when it's warmed up, but the idle is real slow when it's cold. Sometimes I have to keep my foot on the gas. See, like it's slow right now. So I just give it a little gas, and after about 5 minutes of warming up, she's fine. In the real cold weather in the winter time, she always starts every time. I have to let it run probably 10-15 minutes at least. The colder it is, the longer I have to let it run. But I do that with the minivan too, because I can't stand to drive a car that has no heat coming in when it's real cold. It's nice now, so obviously we don't need the heat, so I can actually shut the heat off on this. Not needed. So I got my dryer sheets to keep the mice out. We haven't had any too much problem with mice here. I haven't pulled the hood to see. I will do that when I bring the truck back. And when I bring the truck back, I'll drive it straight in because it's face downward now. So when I come out of that driveway right ahead here, all the water's going to come running out of the back of the tailgate. So here's my mount here. So I'm going to put the camera on that. Let's see if she'll idle. Yeah, she's idling faster now. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now. I'm going to mount this camera on here, and we're going out to old McDonald's farm. The seatbelt on. Now, this camera doesn't do too good. This is the Kodak ZE-1. It doesn't do too good on audio driving along. Now, if you hear a howling sound, a big loud howling, every once in a while you'll hear it. It's because the throwout bearing seems to bind into the transmission shaft. This truck can't hold clutches very long. I had a clutch job done on it a few years ago, and it only lasted a few months. And if you, especially backing up on a little bit of a hill, you shake the hell out of it. I swear the whole engine's going to come out of the truck. So it's a very grabby clutch. So I have to kind of like roll it into first gear. So she's been sitting for a while. It just feels like the brakes are on, but they're not. You might hear a noise. And if you hear a horrible howling every once in a while, you can hear it now. It's a throwout bearing binding in the shaft. Sometimes it's so bad that you can hear you can feel it in the clutch pedal. And then all of a sudden she'll grab. Truck, except for I think the camera's a little crooked. Good running truck except for the clutch. But once you get rolling along, you just roll it a little bit and you're okay, and then you go into second gear, not a problem. Sometimes I have a problem getting it into first gear from a standstill or in reverse because the damn clutch don't release completely. Cost me $600 to have the clutch done on this. I'd say about 3 years ago. Maybe it was 4. I hope this Kodak is recording. I can't see the red light. It's got a small dot on the upper left-hand corner of the viewfinder that tells me I'm recording. Doing 30 miles an hour. Crystal Rock. When I was a young man, barely 2 years old, my mommy used to change my diapers and dump the load. She called me the mustard boy, that was my name. She called me the mustard boy, and I felt no shame. I had it all over my face, all over my neck. I had it all over the place. I sure looked like heck. But that was when I was a baby. I don't do things like this anymore. Now I'm an old man, just barely walking through the door. I wish I was younger, like I was years ago. I wish I was younger. I used to play in the snow. I'd chase all the girls, every one of them I would meet. I would chase every one of them down the street. They'd scream and they'd holler, "Get away from me!" But I kept on going. All right, we're at old McDonald's farm here now. Damn gas prices in Connecticut are getting ridiculous here. Sometimes it's a little difficult getting this into first gear because of the clutch. I got it all the way to the floor, but when I'm trying to go into reverse, the gears grind a little bit. But I'm not spending another $600 on a clutch. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. All right, there'll be no coffee drinking video here because there's nothing to talk about. Now we're heading back home. We're going to drop the truck off. But before I do, drop the truck off, I have to get some more dryer sheets at the Dollar General. Dollar General, most of the stuff is over $1. It's ridiculous. But the dryer sheets are $1, and that's what I've been using in these vehicles to keep the mice and squirrels out of there. Because I just picked the hood up, off camera I did here, before I went in for my coffee. And there was a lot of acorns on the engine. It's a V6, so they were sitting on the engine and around the battery and so forth. And I had a lot of old dryer sheets in there, but they got wet somehow. The hood has some pinholes in it, and I did close them up with silicone, and I did paint it last summer, I think it was, with a brush, you know, with the Rust-Oleum. And but water gets in there anyways, and I don't think it's leaking anymore in the pinholes, but I had dryer sheets on the firewall and they were all wet, so I pulled those out, and I had some here on the seat, and I used them up, so I got to go to the Dollar General and pick up some more and keep them in the truck here. Mice don't get inside the cab, it's just under the hood. The mothballs don't seem to work anymore. I made a video a number of years ago how to keep mice out of your vehicles, and the mothballs don't seem to work. They seem to work a little bit, but not much. Then I had this stuff called Mouse Magic, and that was $9 for 4 packs. And that was a waste of money. That did nothing. Alright, I just got back from this store. I'm in the parking lot. I get the DG, which is Dollar General fabric softener. That's what I use for the truck or the car. And it seems to work better than anything else. I'm going to close this bag up and keep them fresh in here. because I used up the last of them, so I don't have to freshen up the truck right away. So I just put those in a bag here. And then my red licorice. Now the ones I got are called Sweeties. They're $1. These are $1.50, but it contains sugar, but I don't know how good these are. I know the red Twizzlers are usually pretty good. I munch on these, but I don't overdo it. That's why a lot of times you'll hear me make a video. Well, the last video I made, I was chewing honey-coated peanuts. And it takes me a long time to chew peanuts because I ain't got no teeth to speak of. And I'm constantly, so the last video that I made on the Helicrafters radio, you probably noticed that I was chewing on something. That's what it was. La da 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 dee, la da 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 dee doo 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 doo. When I was a young man, when I was full of vim and vigor, I used to chase the girls up and down the street. I'd grab them and I'd kiss everyone that I would meet. La da 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 dee dee doo dee doo doo doo. Don't want to forget to take these, and I got my bag of. That's my camera here. I don't want to forget that either. My bag of dryer sheets. All right. Okay, the truck is back. Back in storage here. And this way we get the water to run out the tailgate. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the little trip to Old McDonald's and Dollar General. And thank you for watching.